Hello and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Vicky and I create a lot of food content. I also do shopping hauls and recipe ideas, but this week I'm going to take you through what we eat typically as a family of 5, including myself, my husband and our 3 teenage sons. I do get sick of the same question night after night, what's for dinner, and I really do struggle to come up with ideas, so hopefully this will help some of you guys. Let's go and have a look at some of the things we've been eating recently. So I've got some chicken breasts in my pressure cooker and I've just put some of this Aldi sweet I think this was Lidl, sweet and spicy sauce over the top. I'm going to pressure cook it. I was going to slow cook it, but I didn't put it in this morning because it was frozen, so I'm going to pressure cook it, I think for about 30 minutes. That should be enough to make it nice and tender, and then I'm going to shred it up and serve it in some garlic butter ciabattas, and do some homemade wedges. So I've got my ciabatta rolls and I've also got some butter in here. Excuse the slurping, the dog's got his licky mat on the side of the cupboard because he's just had a bath and there was some peanut butter left on it, so he's finishing that up for being such a good boy, so that's why you can hear slurping. So in here I've got some butter and I've just put some garlic puree, mix that together. I'm going to cut these open, spread it on, and then I'm going to put these in the oven or the air fryer for like 5 or 6 minutes just to refresh them, and then that's how I'm going to put my chicken in these. And I'm not doing homemade wedges now, I'm just going to do oven chips instead because it's basically easier. So I'll get going on these. He's thoroughly enjoying his licky mat for being such a good boy in the bath. So I'll put the chicken on the ciabattas. I'll show you the tops of them in a minute. So they've come out like this. So I've just popped them in the air fryer for 4 minutes so that they went nice and crispy. And then got some coleslaw and peppers, and then in here is my chicken. Just shredded it up with 2 forks, and I've just done some oven chips as well. I'm just going to pop some grated cheese on and then I will show you. So here is our finished meal. As always, this is one of the older teenagers. They're having 2 with coleslaw and peppers and some oven chips on the side. But yeah, the chicken's come out really tasty, and they've got the nice garlic ciabattas with the cheese. Really looking forward to this one. So for tonight's dinner we have got tacos. I've just used some pork mince, some taco beans, a couple of taco seasonings. We've got our old El Paso shells. I've done it like this because it's just so much easier rather than having it like assembled for everybody. I've got some lettuce in there, some grated cheese, and then for the older 2 boys who are always hungry, I've also made some rice, so they're going to have theirs like this with all like the trimmings on the side. This rice I cooked in the pressure cooker, but I cooked it in a beef stock cube and some Thai seasoning. So it's basically like turmeric, and there was some cumin. I don't know, the jar said Thai seasoning, so that's what I put in. I thought it smelled nice and it would go nicely with the mince, so they can build their tacos or eat it however they want. But this is what we are having for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner we have got something a little bit different. We are away for the weekend, so we've got some filled pasta. Here we've got some garlic and cheese flatbreads, and I've just done some filled pasta. They're different various cheese ones with ricotta, 4 cheese and cheese and tomato. And I'll do a little like tour of the place that we're staying in. It's been a thing, it's a story. There's a lot to explain, and yeah, it's been a hassle. I thought we were going to have to drive 5 hours all the way back home, but we're in and we're just about to eat our dinner. So we took our mums and Oscar to this lovely cottage in Norfolk. It was set in a courtyard and there was a clock tower. There were 4 separate cottages that you could rent out. Unfortunately, when we arrived, there was nobody there and we couldn't get hold of anyone. We had a bit of a panic because we had just travelled like 5.5 hours in bank holiday traffic. But apparently these are actually being sold, so we weren't supposed to have even been booked onto the site for this weekend. So they weren't ready for us. We eventually managed to get hold of someone and they turned up, sent us away to a pub for a few hours while they put all the linens in and cleaned up and just got the place ready for us. So a little bit of a panic and not too good a start to the holiday, but we got there in the end. So it's such a shame these are being sold because it's so nice and I would definitely stay here again. So I didn't film much inside the property. I kind of forgot, but I did film one of our dinners, but it was really nice. It was so big inside and we had 3 bedrooms and there was a separate toilet and then there was a shower room as well. My favourite bit though was the courtyard. It just felt so quaint, and you had one seating area right outside the door, and then if you followed these little stepping stones around the corner you had another seating area, and it was like a little sun trap. Honestly, we sat out here and we played some games and it was so nice. We also had a hot tub, which if you know me, you'll know that I love hot tubs. And luckily they had a hot water tap, so they were able to get that up and running for us because it had already been emptied and cleaned and drained. So they were able to just get that nice and warm. Also, if you went out the gate in the fence, you came across this little picnic area, and there was also an indoor swimming pool. Now, this was only shared between the 4 cottages there, so all you had to do was put your name on a sheet and you got it for like 2 hours, just your family. So we had a great time in here. It was so hot, it was really hard for me to film because the camera kept steaming up. But it had little changing rooms and a toilet, and we even managed to get my mum in, which was so lovely. We definitely made use of this. So the next evening we did the usual picky bit platter that you always do on a holiday when you can't think of what to eat. We got loads and loads of bits from Morrison's, cheeses, breads. We had prawns, salamis, dips and crisps. We had some chicken bites, some hummus, pickles. We were eating this for days afterwards. We also got these Scotch eggs from Morrison's like deli counter, and they were so spicy. I was not prepared for that. As always, we've got Hobbs, hoping that we'll drop a little scrap or two. So the next day it was Easter Sunday and we went back to the original pub we went to for lunch, and it was absolutely stunning. I had the roast beef and Mum and Oscar had fish and chips. The Yorkshire puddings were massive and it was such good quality food. The desserts were also amazing. Steve and I shared a mandarin cheesecake, and this had coconut ice cream. Coconut's like my favourite thing in the world. Then Oscar had a sticky toffee pudding with caramelised banana. It was so good and it was a really nice break despite the issues on the first day. So for tonight's dinner I have made kind of like a stir fry. I pressure cooked, I sounded wrong then, like I was saying pressure washed. I pressure cooked a chicken, like a whole chicken. Only takes 26 minutes and it was a large family size one. So I did that. The meat falls off the bone. I've shredded it. We've got baby corn, we've got mange tout, edamame beans and mixed peppers. And then I've added soy sauce, some sweet hoisin sauce. And I've also added this spice mix that we got in Thailand. It was literally, I think, like 9p in the 7-Eleven, something like that. It says Thai spicy salad mix, but on the back it says dissolve 2 tablespoons with 2 ladles of water. So I basically just used the whole packet with some boiling water. And then I kind of cooked everything in that. I cooked the noodles separately just for a little bit, and then I popped them in with the liquid and it sort of absorbed it into the noodles. So yeah, this is what we have for dinner tonight. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and in here I've got some chicken that's been marinating all day in a Mexican seasoning. It's one of the like bag ones that you can get. I think they're Maggi bags where you like supposed to cook it in this bag. But I'm not going to cook it in the bag, I'm going to cook it in the air fryer. I also put some red pepper and red onion in with it as well. I've just lined my air fryer with foil. I'm going to put that on for around 20 minutes. Then in my pressure cooker I've got some rice that I've done in a tikka seasoning and some turmeric, and then I've also got some salad in the fridge that I'm gonna like put together whatever I've got left, so I'll show you it when it's plated up. So here we are served up. Our rice has got like the tikka and turmeric. Sorry if you can hear the dishwasher, it's literally right below me. Got some salad with what I had in the fridge, so we've got radishes, spring onions, lettuce, cucumber. I've put some lime juice, some garlic granules and some salt in there. And then we've got our chicken with peppers, and I've also got some hummus on the side if they want it, and there's some Wensleydale with cranberries in. I'm just getting everyone to test and see if they want some of that with it as well, just because I'm trying to use it up and I don't know what the hell else to put it with. But yeah, this is what is for dinner tonight.